It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll play host to a battle between conferences. It's the Detroit Lions and the Houston Texans on Sunday Night Primetime.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
And we are underway from Houston. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Texans offense heading out behind their quarterback in his second season. Last year's Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud.
And he's coming off of a truly remarkable rookie season where he quieted a lot of his doubters in a most emphatic fashion. Remember, going into the draft, many thought he was the number 2 quarterback coming out of college. He proved quickly he was a top quarterback going into the NFL. One of the best rookie seasons by a quarterback in recent memory. And what's scary about it, he's not even close to reaching his ceiling.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. Now Stroud. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, it doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Dumps it off to Mixon. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Second and 10. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He gets this one to Mechie. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Lions will take over. And out come the Lions for their first drive behind their 9th-year quarterback in year number 4 with Detroit. It's Jared Goff.
It's hardly an exaggeration to say that Goff has revitalized his career these last couple of years. And he's rewarded for it during the offseason, as Detroit has certainly made sure everyone knows he's their quarterback for the future. It's clear that they believe in him, and he's done nothing to sway them from that belief.
To throw is Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. St. Brown in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets' sweep. If they don't slow him up, He might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Goff now to throw. And this one's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, 37 yards. And the Lions put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And Jahmyr Gibbs finished it all off with a touchdown grab. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a couple.
36-yard line.
Stroud off the play fake. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
He could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken around the 12. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Goff. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Now it's Goff. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Oh, the return is Sims. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. The tackle there by Ben Neiman from the 44-yard line. Here's second down and 7. Again, it's Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. As Stroud now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Stroud. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
This will be complete to Mechie. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Oh, it's a wobbler here. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Stroud looking to throw. That is incomplete.
Lots of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Caught left side by Mechie. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
Back to throw, Goff. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Goff. Able to get away. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
This to Laporta, right side.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover down.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns.
With solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Play action. Here's Stroud. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Lions will take over possession here up at the 44. And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay. Caught left side. Here's Dell.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. That's caught again by Schultz. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Stroud to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Stroud. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So they try to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. In motion, the tight end. Here's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Here's Goff. Flush to his right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Goff now looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Gone. It fights him off. Now he'll escape to his left. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Now Goff. Flushed out right.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
At the 13-yard line.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you...
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted.
Carlton Davis picks it.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
That's complete to the Porta. They make a good bit of that yardage back as they're set up in much better shape now for 2nd and goal. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play,
and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. David Montgomery taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Escapes the defender. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It's Mixon on the counter. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And Stroud now to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, a give to Mixon. Shifts past him at the 45. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap to Stroud. That is caught. Sheds off the tackle. Touchdown, Houston. John Mechie, 42 yards. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the third quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. That time a 6-play drive, and it was all capped off by a John Mechie touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Henry To'o got in there behind the line of scrimmage that time. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Goff. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Stroud. He'll get the hook up there to Woods. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
All right.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Off play action. Here's Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Brock Wright, 27 yards. And the Lions have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on fourth down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the fourth quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Now for the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
So from the 37, here's second and a yard. Stroud out of the gun here. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The Texans on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Stroud looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Woods. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here goes Stroud again.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Mixon with a first down carry. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That's complete to Dell. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Stroud sets up the play action. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he's taken down inside the 30. 92 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
First down, Lions.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they get to him quickly here as he stops right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Second and 9. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Montgomery running right. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards. Brings up 4th down. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Stroud.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Stroud to throw it. It's caught downfield by Mechie. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. The throwing again is Stroud. Touchdown! Dalton Schultz from 3 yards out. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the quick, right?
One final shot for C.J. Stroud. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. So it's a win here for the Lions. And the guy who spearheaded things was their quarterback, and that's Jared Goff.
Yeah, he really had his A game tonight. He threw a couple of touchdown passes, and he was instrumental in earning this victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody.